Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Brady now on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Throwing on second and long. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Well, I think we've just become accustomed to thinking fade in the end zone, but here they're showing it doesn't have to be down near the goal line.
No, it can be effective on any part of the field, provided you give yourself enough space to do exactly what you said. Fade towards the sideline and away from a defender, and if you get a well-thrown ball, you've got a successful play.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now Brady. On the screen, Bernard uses the stiff arm. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second and 7, Brady, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 4.
Here's Brady to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Almost feel sorry for the kicker here because you know he wants to go out there and contribute, but they keep saying stay on the bench. I think it's just simply a matter of a head coach saying I believe more in my guys with the football than sending you out there to kick it.
Well, he wants to make a big statement here on the opening drive, and a statement he's making. Now they've got it 1st and goal after that conversion. Brady. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Rashad Weaver, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The big back Leonard Fournette able to push his way in from a yard out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Right side complete. That's Woods. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
the carry, it's Cannon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charles. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady going to throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Bullock good on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Underneath, he's got Brady. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Brady. Complete to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On 1st down, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Let's go, boys.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing on first down is Brady. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Brate there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper.
A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
4 yards remain for second down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry from 17 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest, and there he goes.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 24, Brady. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Brady now on 1st down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Brady. He completes it to Jones.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Second down at 4. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 38, Brady on the screen, Bernard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's brought down.
Brady now on first down. That's complete. Bernard. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Brady to throw again. To Evans on the slant. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Brady now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Brady, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Suck up for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll throw from the gun. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, Tannehill.
That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A give to Henry. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tannehill now to throw. Touchdown! It's complete. Austin Hooper from 4 yards out. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Brady. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On the draw, here's Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On 1st down, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play that time for the Titans.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. One up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Tannehill. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Brady now on 1st down. Underneath, he's got Brate. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And it's incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And now it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. Man open, here is Jones. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ready to return, here's Hilliard.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Tannehill on first down.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And they see right through that defensively. And taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's Tannehill. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Bullock's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Now a play fake. Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that should be.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. Underneath, he's got Brate. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go.
Tannehill to throw.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tannehill. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Tannehill.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Throwing Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's got some space here. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Tannehill now to throw. Check down here for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now it's Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.